Now, Assignment 3, Adult Study Seminar 1, Session 1, Resource Hunt. That is due on Sunday of the first week of your class. You'll need to log into Blackboard. You'll look under My Courses and find your current course in the center column of gray boxes, and then you will click on the class name. For your first week assignments, click on Session 1. Scroll down the page and you'll remember above the coffee cup is where you can find the link for Session 1 content. And you will just go ahead and click on Session 1 content. This familiar screen opens. Scroll down the screen and your third assignment is the resource hunt. You'll click on it to find out what the assignment is all about. Scroll down the page after you read the information toward the top, and you'll see in the middle of this page there is a document that is entitled Resource Hunt Study Guide. You'll need to download that document to your computer. Make sure you know where it's saved on your computer so you can go find it and open it. In my case, I'm going to save it to that document CCU INT 211A Adult Study Seminar Session 1 folder that I created. Now, when this document opens, it is a Resource Hunt Study Guide, keyword study guide. This is actually not the assignment filling out this study guide. At the end of the assignment, you're going to take a quiz that is based upon the information that you discover as you fill out this study guide. You will notice as I put part 1 of the study guide in the top part of this screen, and in the bottom part of this screen, I've opened up the ccu.edu website, which is what part 1 says. Use the www.ccu.edu website to answer the following questions. So you're going to open up a web browser, and again, you're going to want it to be Chrome or Firefox, and then you're going to type in the address www.ccu.edu. And then you will notice that part 1, again, it's at the top of the screen here, is going to have you use the following tabs on this site: About, Academics, and Admissions. So the first question we're going to answer is, what is CCU's mission? What important components are part of this mission? We're going to use the About tab. You'll see there's an arrow pointing to it. Number 2 says click on About. And number 3 says click on the section menu, and you'll see that opens up a bunch of boxes. One of those boxes is our mission. Click on it. Once you do that, it's going to open up a page where you will actually see Colorado Christian University's mission, which, by the way, is Christ-centered higher education, transforming students to impact the world with grace and truth. So you'll read all below, because remember, you also need to know what the major components of our mission are, which would be Christ-centered community, and so on as you read down the page. Now, when you're finished reading all about this and answering the question on your study guide, then click the About button toward the top of the screen. Now, let's answer question 2. What are CCU's strategic priorities? Again, we are under the About tab, so you will see the section menu with all those buttons, and then you will see number 2 says click on Strategic Priorities. That will open up a page that tells you all about CCU's strategic priorities. Read to find the answer to number 2. And then when you're finished reading, we're going to do something a little bit different. See, in the right part of the screen in the upper corner, there's a magnifying glass. That's your search window. Click on that. Question 3 says, what are the rules regarding tuition rates at CCU, and how frequently will your tuition change while attending school at CCU? 1, to answer question 3, type in tuition in the search field. You see an arrow pointing there. 2, click on the tuition for the College of Adult and Graduate Studies that comes up in the search list. That will open up a page on tuition and fees. You'll notice in the under the big words that say maximize your tuition dollars, etc., that there is a link in blue that says guaranteeing this tuition rate. Click on that, and that will open up a screen that tells you all about CCU's guaranteed tuition rates And as you read it, you can answer question 3. Now, when you're finished reading, click on Academics. That will open up a new page that you can scroll down as you read, and you will see something about academic calendars. Why are we interested in that? Well, question 4 at the top of the screen says, how is CCU's academic calendar in the College of Adult and Graduate Studies structured? Blocks, semesters, breaks, how do you find out about that? Well, again, we clicked on the Academics tab. Now we're looking for academic calendars, and you'll see there's a yellow button that says College of Adult and Graduate Studies, which is the college you're in. Click on that. That will open up a page, and as you read about it, you scroll down the page to get more information. You can answer question 4. That concludes part 1, so how about part 2? We're going to use the resources located on the Student Resources tab in Blackboard to answer the following. So again, we're going to sign into Blackboard. We're going to, not this time, click on your class. Instead, look in the upper right-hand corner. You'll see where it says Student Resources. Click on that. That opens up a screen. Scroll down the page. You will see a whole list of student resources. Question 1 says, what opportunities are available at CCU for prior learning credit? And if you look in this list of student resources, you'll see on the right-hand column, it says prior learning credit with a link you can click on. That will open up the page, and you can find your answer to question 1 there. Now, question 2 says, what browsers are supported and appropriate for use when working on your course in Blackboard? There is, on the right-hand side, it's called CAGS, which stands for College of Adult and Graduate Studies, CAGS Student Toolbox. I bet if you click on that, you'll find the answer to question 2. We're going to skip question 3 until the last of this part. So question 4 says, what style of writing is required on all written assignments? There's a writing guide. It's one of the student resources that is listed here on this page. You can click there. It'll open a page, and you can find the answer to question 4. Again, we're skipping question 3, so we're going to question 5. What is the software system that CCU students use to register for courses? You'll see in the right-hand column, you can click Self-Service, Student Planning to find out the answer to that question. By the way, the answer may very well be, self-service. 3, we saved it to the end, so here it is. Based upon the information from the trail guide, where is assignment feedback from your instructor located? Now, this is a little tricky. You have to do a little digging. So if you look on the left-hand side, there are some tips for success. Click on that. That will open up this page, and you'll notice toward the middle of the page, there is a link that will open up or give you access to the trail guide. Click on that. The trail guide will open. This is a little booklet that's called a PDF form that has multiple pages with lots of information that will help you succeed here at CCU. In the pages of the trail guide, you'll find the answer to question number 3. Part 3. We're going to use the student handbook located on the Blackboard Student Resources or CCU's website to answer the following. Now, I'm giving you some hints here. Once you download the student handbook, you can press Control F on your keyboard to open a Find tool and do a search for the keywords from each question below. Hint, hint, the keywords are highlighted in yellow. So again, we're going to go to Blackboard and click on the Student Resources tab. You will scroll down the page, find in the list of student resources that we looked at before, there is a student handbook link that you can click on. That will open up this page. You'll need to scroll down the page, and you will find you can download the student handbook. The student handbook will open. Now, if you press the Control key and hold down the F key at the same time on your keyboard, it will open up the search window that you see in the upper right-hand corner with a big arrow pointing at it. Now, you can type in keywords on each question in Part 3 on this Resource Hunt guide and find information that will help you answer each of these questions. So, for example, the first question is about extenuating circumstances. So you can type in the word extenuating circumstances in the search window, and it will tell you and take you to every instance of the words extenuating circumstance that are in the student handbook. By the way, you'll notice there are up and down arrow buttons that you can press to get to the previous and next appearance of the keyword in the handbook. After you find the answers in the Resource Hunt Study Guide, you'll be ready to take the quiz. Again, you'll log on to Blackboard. You will look under My Courses in the center of the Blackboard black squares, the center column. Find My Courses and click on the class name. For your first week assignments, click on Session 1. Notice that below the coffee cup, you can click on the name of the assignment, in this case, Session 1 Resource Hunt. Look at the circled information. This test can be saved and resumed later. That means you can begin the test, and let's say you spill a cup of coffee and you need to wipe it up. Well, you can simply return to the test later. You can also take the test multiple times. So if you don't do so well the first time, take it again. Now, the due date is kind of a made-up due date, but this will be due on the Sunday of the first week of your class. To click Begin is going to start the quiz, so make sure you're kind of ready with that resource guide, the answers that we found. Then click Begin and start taking the quiz. Congratulations, you've completed this assignment.